I always hit this move right here. Got one hand on the hip. Yeah. Gosh, this song's so good. Wow. Alright, so I don't even know if to do this legitly just because this is a test because I just got this really nice camera. Up to this point, I've just done audio only episodes of this podcast here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing videos and stuff. Yeah, I got a new studio, and like we got a lot of big things coming in the pipe. We got, I would like to say that's real, but no, I've just I have set up my living room in a very inconvenient manner for everyone in the house but me. Because, I'm not selfish or anything. Yeah. And, maybe I'll move it back and forth. It might be a pain if I actually have people on. Or I might do it, like, straight on back and forth. I don't know. Let's get something straight. I'm not very smart. Most of these books are Andrew Kaler's. They're not mine. So I'm definitely not trying to flex like, yes, books. I'm intelligent. This is an intelligent podcast. Yeah, no. These are, I think I own almost every toy up on the top shelves, but I think I own like 3 of the books. So, let's get that out of the way. But didn't know what to do first going off with this, so I went with some wine. Just because, I'm classy, It's Monday. I can live a little. Woo! Well, thank you, Porter. Yeah, no, this is I'm excited to see how I do this solo one. I think I'm only going to do 5, 10, 15 minutes of this just because I am trying to see if I can do it. So far, so good. I did 30 seconds of just talking and pretending I was talking at the camera before this, and I hated it. I wanted to go kill myself. This was awful. I was like, you sound stupid. And then I just got it in my brain, like, just do it. Just do it. Just do it, and like you'll feel less. And this, I do feel less stupid. Slightly less stupid, if I can imagine. I actually found out people actually do listen and to my podcast because I went home for Christmas for the first time, and I had several people be like, dude, yeah, I loved your podcast. You got to do it. And I truly have no idea. Well, I mean, I could find out, but it would take work to find out how to actually know the metrics on how many like listeners I actually do. I have not looked once, so I assumed 2 people had been, like Andrew Kaler was one who said he did, and that was him, and my friend Jacob or Jared, my other 2 best friends, had said they'd had listened to one, so I was like, oh shit, if they're not listening, I doubt anyone is. So I don't know what to do with my hands because now I feel like someone's watching. We're fine. But yeah, I just got back from Brooksville, hometown. I had Christmas, the weirdest Christmas of my life. I got home, got off the plane. That night I got off the plane, I just started feeling funny. If I felt funny, I probably wouldn't have got on the plane just because, going home seeing my grandparents. But the next morning I woke up so sore in my neck and arms and all that, and I had the COVID, had the vid. And my family, most of them are not vaccinated. I think I might be the only vaccinated person in my family. So I was, in my head, I was like, yeah, it sucks. I got it. They had the greatest, like they banished me. Like my sister banished me to the barn. Like, I don't even want him. I was like, I'll just sit in my room. She's like, no, I have to pass your room to my room. Yeah, I'm not getting sick right now. I was like, with the door closed, like it's not, she's like, no. So I had to stay at the barn the whole time I was home for Christmas. So went all the way home, took some days off just to go sit in a barn. I mean, but it was nice. I felt like Pablo Escobar, in those memes where he just like stood staring because all he did was go lay out in the grass, get sun. I like shoveled dirt a few times just because, there was a wheelbarrow and a shovel, and I was like, I gotta feel like I'm doing man things. So I shoveled dirt. Just to, I truly have no idea why I started shoveling the dirt. I feel like in the moment I could have described what I was feeling, but now I'm looking at it, I'd probably keep that to myself. And then I just, hung out in the woods. So feels like a a wasted endeavor. So this is the COVID podcast. I am currently at home. I don't think my roommates will be coming home when they do, just because I have the vid. I'll tell you what, though, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I did feel like bad that first morning, but I truly had, because this was the second time I had COVID and I'm vaccinated, but I literally didn't have a single symptom that was the same from the first time I had COVID. First time, nauseous, like my head felt like it was spinning, ton of pressure. I was so weak, so tired, I barely couldn't get off the couch. And those were about the only symptoms this time. I just woke up, my entire neck through my shoulders and my back so sore. I felt like I was back in college, done a full football workout. Oh, I felt like I got attacked by like 5 Mexican dudes with sledgehammers. Because that's different. I mean, if you know, you know. I mean, it's not like racist or anything. I mean, like, there's a difference between how your body would feel after being attacked by like 5 German guys with sledgehammers versus like 5 dudes from Mexico with sledgehammers. There's a difference. And if you're intelligent, you can find those out. So 5 Mexican dudes, 5 specifically. I know the difference between 2 and 5. But, yeah, no, I was so sore and just, I felt like my thoughts weren't all there. My head just felt fuzzy. But yeah, I mean, energy levels, I was running around having a good time. Like, I drank beer most of the time I had COVID. You know, they say you need to get plenty of rest and eat healthy, but I just drank beer and ate a bunch of fried food with Chad Sims. Shout out to Gator. But yeah, no, Gucci time. You know, no one likes going to Christmas Eve service back home. Not because you hate God or anything, but man, you just do not like talking. Like, these people from church, like almost 10 years ago, who still all like know you by name and you're not sure who they are. And they're like, we've just missed you. Oh, how are you doing? Like, asking about your life. And I'm like, I don't know your name. I'm uncomfortable. It's a lot. I mean, truly, I love Christian Christmas music. I mean, it blows. What is the word I'm looking for? Basic Christmas music? Circular? Maybe? I don't know. Whatever, like jingle bells, or happy holidays, or white Christmas. Dude, the first Noel, oh, little town of Bethlehem. Or angels we have heard on high, something, yes, indeed, my friend. That's not the words, but, you know, I can get into that. But no, Christian Christmas music it's just like Silent Night. Oh my gosh. Silent Night. What a good song. Did I already say that? I don't even know. It's my first glass of wine, and I got the vid. My head ain't working, but no, truly. I mean, there are truly some of the great songs out there. You talk about Beethoven, but I feel like some songs aren't in the running just because, you know, if they have like a religious context to them, you know, they're never in the running. But like Amazing Grace, I mean, I feel as far as like the great compositions, I feel that's just not even talked about. I mean, I don't even know if is Amazing Grace technically Christian, or is that Amazing Grace? Yeah. 100%. I'm not an idiot. I watched that dude about the guy that like tried to free the slaves in England that wrote that song. Seemed like a cool dude. He was played by Mr. Fantastic, the stretchy guy from Fantastic Four. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. But yeah, no. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I missed Christmas Eve service, which was nice, but again, I only go home twice a year, and I had so many plans to hang out with so many people, and the COVID just took a fat doodle on them plans. But I did sit out in the woods, and I hunted the whole time, didn't kill nothing. I don't know, every time I saw a deer, I saw a 10-point, but it was a real young 10-point. It was kind of 10-point, like the average dude hunting on public land would have smoked this son of a gun in a heartbeat, but, you know, being as big of hunters as blah, 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 blah. As big of hunters as we are, Yeah, we know, like, I can look at the body of a deer, look at like how big its neck is, the body, just how old that deer was, and that deer was already a beautiful 10 point, but he was really young. He was couldn't have been 2.5. He had to be like barely over 2 years old. So he's gonna be great. Just hope nobody shoots him. I saw him twice. He came out twice. He was pushing my buttons. I wanted him bad because those horns would look good. Like no one would tell unless you taxidermied it. If I just kept the horns, man, he came out 2 nights in a row. I never see a big deer like that, like back to back like that on hunts. So he was toying me. He wanted me to come get a piece of that ass, but I am not attracted to deer. As far as you know. Anyways. What? Stare into the void. But yeah, I mean, I should just go ahead and cut this off right now. I said I'd do 15 minutes, but I thought this would be so much harder. But I'm rolling. Maybe because it just had a trip or something, But I got a lot of talked about. I'll tell you what, a TSA lady had to walk me through the airport because I had the COVID, so I couldn't get on my flight because that'd be bad. So we rented a car. My mom said she'd get me a car. Shout out to Carolyn Bronson. And so I got the rental car, which stunk because that was the worst traffic. Day after Christmas, it's a Sunday. Everybody's got work on Monday, so everybody's trying to get home. It was awful. So that traffic was bad. But I have to drop the car off at the airport in Nashville. But when I drop the car off, I have to walk through the airport to get to like a baggage claim because you can't pick up from the rental place. You got to go to get picked up from baggage claim. So I have a sword that cannot go in my bag. So I put it on my back, like, Legolas or not Legolas, like Aragorn, just going into battle. And I'm walking through the airport. And I was like, seriously, he's like, is that a sword? And I said, yes, ma'am. Do you get up top? She goes, yeah, you have to go through here. And I was like, I got the sword. I got the rental car. It's not like I was trying to take it. And she's like, I understand. So she personally was going somewhere. She looked busy. And she took time out of her day to stop, and she walked me through the airport with the sword. I've never had so, like, truly out of unique things I've done, it felt so cool because I'm like, personally, I've never seen a guy with a sword in the airport, and I bet however many times, I bet no one else had either. So I truly felt like a unique individual. It's like a big like knight sword. Oh man, no, I felt cool. I'll tell you what though, it's like they talk about, you give the cop a gun and the power goes to his head, and people are like, not all cops like that. 100%. I think I'd be a good person, but man, I'm not gonna lie. When you're in the airport and you're the only person in a public place with a sword, you kind of feel cool. I'm not gonna lie. You feel kind of cool. I mean, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I could Zorro these people if I really wanted to. I was ready to just go Deus Vult. God wills it, and storm the Holy Lands and take it back for Christ our Savior, the Redeemer, and take Jerusalem back. Big in the Crusader vibes right now. But oh man, I was like, this could really go to my head. This is a problem. So got out of the airport though, because it picked me up. So I got out of there. But now I got a sword. I tell you what, I've been thinking. That's why Crusaders are on my mind, because it's not that hard to get like some kind of white sheet material and put like a red cross on it and get a Knights Templar thing. Because surprising or not, I know most of you out there probably know this. Chainmail, like chainmail armor, you think it's really expensive. It is so cheap online. There's so many people offering like aluminum like chainmail armor for so cheap. Like you'd think this would be like something like, like one of those like head bonnet things that like, the cowl, whatever hats. You'd think it'd be cheap, but nah, you think it'd be like $100, but it's like, no, it's like 20. It's like $19.99 for one of those. So, I think I might just, get a whole Knights Templar outfit. I know I've got links to where to get like these custom boots in Europe and stuff. And one for my enjoyment, just because I'm a costume guy, I'm a nut. But just because okay, so I got this new camera. What you're watching this on, I got this for Christmas. It's really nice, really good quality. I'm not just using it for podcasts. I'm gonna be using it to like film, like and record some skits and stuff, I think. And I got some stuff I'm trying to write to incorporate the whole Crusaders outfit. Just walking around Nashville doing stuff. Maybe leave the sword at home for the out in public videos that we might do. But oh no, man. Yeah, no. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So. And there's a whole other stuff, but yeah. So the Crusader is not just and it's technically a for me thing, but it's most of the time when most of your ideas come based off of what you have to work with. Like, this setup, it's like, okay, it's not I have a vision, it's what do I have to work with and how do I turn that into something. I'll tell you what, the only thing I think holding me back from the reason I hadn't done this like a long time ago, I just do not have creatively minded people, friends in Nashville. I mean, like I got artists, like, roommate Heather, she, I know a lot of like musicians, so creative, like songwriters like that. But as far as like comedy, I don't have people that would like want to be on camera, act silly, be like, my lord, they're storming the keep. Like, sir, this is a Walgreens. Avast! Like, I don't have anyone that would like love to go do that kind of stuff with me. Like, I want to do like some more improv, and some more like comedy nights and stuff. I have a bunch of like comedy bits. I probably have like 15 minutes of comedy material. I like ready to go. I just don't have people that want to do stuff like that with me. Like a lot of my friends here, like either songwriter people that like don't mess with that, or they're like ex-football players and the only thing they want to do is if you're not at a bar drinking and like, hitting on chicks, it's like, why are you even doing it? But not that I am. I am enlightened. I am a creative, and I'm above these ruffians. No, I'm definitely an idiot. Like, that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years, just that. But I wish I had more people. Maybe I do just go to like the improv classes by myself. Maybe that's how I meet those people. But you don't want to do improv like first time by yourself. God, I'm such a coward. I'm such a freaking coward. I should just go do it. I should just go do it. Just look it up, Google it, and do it. I also want to join like a wrestling club. But I also want to work out. It is truly, I have time for all these things. It sounds like I don't. You really gotta get out there. I feel like so many people just do the same thing. Oh, like, it's like you go to like the same like 3 bars, or it's like you have the same dinner and movie on Friday nights with your lady. It's like, man, like I feel it's a strength to do stuff like that and be so comfortable and content doing that, because it's like, the least amount of things you need to be happy, like the less you need, the better you are. It's like, are you better for needing more things to be happy? No. It's like, like if I could just be happy with a rock and nothing else, like not a rock. I would be happy with if I owned Iraq. That'd be cool. Maybe no, that'd be a nightmare. Ugh. Where am I going with this? God, stay on track. But, woo, oh, yeah, if you owned a rock, that'd be better. It's not like you need a Lamborghini, like 30 friends, the hot wife. Like if you need all that to be happy, I feel like that's a weakness for sure. Just be content with the least amount of things possible. But again, there's people that are content with just like, oh, every Friday it's just dinner and a movie, and then every Saturday you go. I'm like, that just is so nauseating to me. I'm like, how do you not want to go like try something new like every weekend? And I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying I have that urge, and it's just tough to get, 10 of my friends to all jump on getting Crusader outfits, and then we go run through the mall, proclaiming we are taking this land for Christ and the Catholic Church and the Pope. You just don't find a lot of people that want to do that with you. I need more people like that. Somehow you get a hold of this and you make it this far into a shitty solo podcast, and you're one of them, hit me up, I'm on AOL. I truly don't know what that is. I just feel like I've heard someone say that as like an old, is AOL's just email? I don't know. But, hit me up, Instagram, YouTubes. I don't know where you're watching this at, If you're somebody that already knows me, hit me up if you're just one of them peoples and you just want to get involved. Let's get involved, Let's really get involved. I'm not trying to start an empire. I'm just trying to have fun. Like if I got here's my goal. My lifelong dream is to win the lottery, get like $500 million. I don't know why I'm putting $1 billion. Let's say $1 billion. I am going to buy movie quality stormtrooper outfits for me and all my friends, and I just want to go do stuff dressed as stormtroopers. It's like, but like even then, like I want to go to like a Renaissance fair, Ren Fair. We just all my boys just get real tore up, drink like a pint of whiskey apiece, walk into the Ren Fair and just shittily role play Crusaders and just eat mutton and just booling with the boys and the gals. I mean, if you're a gal, hop on board, I love the gals. Just again, even less than the guys. I just feel like there's not a lot of gals that would do stuff like that with me. Hopefully it's not because of me. Like hopefully they wouldn't do it with somebody. I just don't think they'd do it, Yeah, no. I think chicks like me, I think I'm pretty good with gals. No, that's a lie. Why am I saying that? I feel like most of my friends' girlfriends like me. I feel like I'm very good at making pressure on my friends' girlfriends, but there comes a point where if they're around me too much, it kind of falls apart. Like I was having some joke like Ellie's girlfriend Jen, and I can say that because I know she'd never watch this because she doesn't support me, so therefore I have free range to talk shit on the internet. Jen, if you're watching, you're pretty cool. But I will say, no, Jen's probably my favorite girlfriend Elliot's ever had. While they're dating, at least. Like, there's some, like, after, We're not going to go to that. We're not going to go to that at all. I don't know why I'm doing this. Half a glass of wine, and I'm about to spill the secrets. Spill the secrets on the podcast. But yeah, no, like I was like making like some kind of like, I was like, yes, you take the meth and you put it in because we were at a high school football game watching a high school football game. Yeah. And she was like, you need to stop right now. And I was like, no, just like, let me finish the bid. Like, and then and she's like, no, there's a child behind you. I was like, and it was like a 5-year-old, like with his mom. She goes, and I was like, maybe I'm being an asshole. She's like, I was like, when you're little and you say like, if you heard someone say fuck, it's not like you remembered it just because like, so if I say meth, it's like not like the kid's ever heard meth before, and just me mentioning the word meth isn't going to make him try meth. But she was like, you have to, like, she got so mad at me, and I was like, but like, why are you? She's like, no, just, and like got so mad at me. And I was like, fine. And like, I sat there for a second, took a deep breath, kind of rolled my eyes, and then she looked at me, she's like, what was the eye roll for, Rob? What was the eye roll for? And I was like, I wanted to be like, this is me clearing my head, trying to have patience and not, respond in a negative way and try to like, but in my head I was like, oh, it's just a natural response. I had dry eyes, had to moisturize them. And I looked at her because like, I'm like, who at this point in this really like tense situation where she got like so mad and we were at odds. I'm like, why would you be like, what was the eye roll for? Like, why would you just like not ignore that thing? And I was like, ugh. Which, I mean, again, maybe I get like she's looking out and she's taking it in her own hand to look out because she doesn't want this kid's mom to be mad and she just wants everybody to be good. But I think that's the thing with white people. They feel like they need to take charge in situations like something that has nothing to do with them. Like that's what it is with Karens. I'm not saying Jen's not a Karen. She's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. She's cool to hang out with and go. Just we have our moments just because I'm really energetic and people get annoyed by me. And that's understandable. But people, this bald guy flailing his arms, making Kermit the Frog noises, like that can annoy a lot of people. But, yeah, it's just like, if the mom like has a problem, like maybe like I need to be like more, but I'm like, if she has a problem, she'd be like, hey, can you not? I'd be like, sure, why not? But it's like, why do you feel the need to be like upset for other people? Like people in the neighborhood think you're being too loud. It's like, no, you think I'm being too loud. Like, why are you, but just Karens, you know what I'm talking about. I just feel like, I heard Ari Shaffir one time say like a thing. He went to like 2 different countries. I think it was China and like Colombia or something like that. And he says the one thing like everybody says about Americans is they like to help. Like a trait we all have is they like to try to help in things they have no business helping. Like if there's like a wounded bird on the beach, people are like, oh, we got to get a splint. We got to help the bird. But like in most countries, people just pass it because like, I'm not a vet. What am I going to do for this bird? You know, Americans like to jump in and like insert themselves in situations where it's not necessary. And, you know, I don't know that to be true. I'm just quoting that, but I'm like, it makes sense when I think about it. I'm like, how often is it just like, this isn't your job. Like, just you see someone in the wild, like, sir, you're playing your music too loud. And it's like, I mean, do you own this place? Are you the man? It's like, no, it's like, why do you need to be the one to say something? Like, you don't. Just, I don't know. My mom said something to my brother this Christmas because he was like doing something. She's like, just stay calm. I mean, just relax. She said, just be kind. And then a little bit later, she said, relax. And I was like, that is my whole life mantra. Like, be kind and relax. Just be kind and relax. Put it on my Twitter. You know, I put it on my Twitter because, you know, it's official. Just be kind. Just be nice to people. And like whatever situation comes up, just relax. Like, be kind to yourself and be kind to others, I feel like is what that just comes down to. And I definitely don't, I'm definitely not the best. I definitely snap on people sometimes. I have, you know, issues with friends of mine, you know, roommates. But I feel like I'm pretty chill, you know, in most cases. Just non-emotionally invested situations. Yeah. So you gotta pick what you're emotionally invested in. You know, you can't be emotionally invested into everything. I feel like there's a quote that he who defends nothing was it he who defends everything defends nothing. You know, I think it comes from like an old war quote where, you know, you spread your troops trying to guard every, you know, angle, every position. It's just you're overwhelmed because you're trying to do too many things at once. So it's like people that just want to get offended and get onto you about every single issue like out there. Like I have this girl that my friend dates and I was like, hey, long time no see. And she was like, did you know that's racist? And I was like, what, not seeing you in a long time? She goes, no, it's like a quote about Native Americans and it's I'm like, I mean, I truly could not see an actual Native, like, I mean, like maybe, but I'm like, it's something that's been like created in such a long term. I'm like, I mean, I'm not thinking and had never thought about Native Americans. I was like, I just don't like, it's not racist just because I'm like, I'm not like quoting and I'm not like referring to like making fun of the way Native American people talk. I'm just stringing these words and like how fun she goes, well, but it's still racist. And now that you know that if you use it again, it will be racist. I'm like, no, just because, I mean, like, I don't even know if this is real, but you know, just like, when someone is coming at you with such a technical thing like that, like, yes, maybe it would help, but I'm like, it just makes like everything she says to me. It's like she wants to come be like, we need less like black people murdered by cops. And it's like, well, I mean, you're coming at this with the same anger that you came at me with long time no see, amigo. Like, you know, I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? God, am I really getting political right now? That's not what I wanted to do. Am I preaching right now? Did my stream of consciousness just naturally get me to like a preaching moment? Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Ew. Oh God. Ugh. Rob, you genuinely are I suck. Like, you know, it's like I got no reason to tell no one any. Oh my gosh, I am so. I am literally sludge. Like, you know. I tell myself all the time, like, just number one thing, tell you're not better than people. But then, I start doing stuff like that. I'm like, I just got in this weird political place where I'm trying to have a good time. Ah, how do I get it out? Get out! Get out of my head! Ah! Well, now how do I get back to fun? I mean, my brain just like, I really was going down like a tunnel of just like, it's like a swirling vortex. It's like a worm dug out a giant hole in the soil and you're just like burrowing deeper and deeper. And, you know, you don't even know you're like going. It's like, you know, it's like you thought you were floating, but you're just falling. And like, you didn't even notice. Wow. I truly, and again, if you're saying this, I'm just weird. I swear I'm not on anything. I took nothing. I just have had the yay amount of wine. Don't know if you're just listening. This amount of wine, and wow, I just, man, went full sin down that rabbit hole. Yeah, I can't believe she was correcting me on native. Like, she was like, yeah, she's trying to be helpful. Oh, wow, I'm so stupid. I wish I was smarter. I truly do. I think one thing I'm trying to get way better at in this podcast, or just in general, is stop trying to sound smart. You know, because it's when I'm cool about talking about silly stuff, it's like, you know, like I swear this does this. You might notice my voice kind of gets a country twang to it a little bit when I'm it's like, well, when we're at the Walgreens, I'm like, you know, and then when I'm wanting to talk about something where I feel like I have had an idea, and I'm like, yeah, and then she does this. Ugh, gross. That's so gross. It's like, oh, I want to act silly when I'm talking about something silly. It's almost like they're all defense mechanisms. I feel like just subconscious ones. It's like the smart one is protecting myself, making sure this argument sounds better. The dumb one is like, well, I'm acting dumb, so if someone doesn't think it's funny, then I was acting dumb. You just got to be relaxed. I kind of just like doing it, though, like a country accent thing. The smart thing, that's definitely, you know, subconscious. You know? But yeah, I'll try to use words like, it's unequivocally better than this movie. I'll use words like unequivocally. And like, I'm telling you right now, I don't even know what that means. Like, truly, like, I could not like tell you the definition. I just feel like I know how it's supposed to be used, and I just do it, which is like almost every word in my vocabulary. Like, I've never seen an actual definition of almost every word I use, but you know, it's like, I just feel like I know where to put it. You know, you just know where to put it. Monkey see, monkey do. Heard someone say it in the context one time, and I was like, well, that's the only context that word can exist in until the end of time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, COVID! Woo! This is the COVID cabin. COVID cabin, baby. We're getting real icy up in here. Ah, jeez. Well, how long have I been doing this? 35. I truly did not think I could do 5 minutes of just talking. This is way easier than I thought. I mean, like, maybe I'm not being hilarious, and maybe I'm, you know, not entertaining, which I guess the point of this is to be entertaining, but like, not really, because I mean, I'm really not trying to like, I really truly do not think or try to think this will blow up or anything, but I like, this is fun because I feel like, you know, being good at talking at yourself by yourself's a valuable skill. I feel like that's just, well, you know, maybe that, I feel getting good at talking to nobody by myself, maybe that'll just, you think like if I get on the desert island, you know, some Tom Hanks vibes, do you think that'll make like the descent into madness greater or decrease it? Because it's like, you know, keeping your brain stimulated on your own, that's what keeps you from losing track of reality, but, you know, a healthy mind. But because I think this definitely flexes a mental muscle. But like, you think like I'm already good. My brain already like has the process for like talking. Just like, would that make it worse? Would I be like day 3, like, yeah, Rob, you know, these fish, they're kind of fishy, man. It's like, well, Rob, that's fish. And I'd be like, you're right. These are fish. Like, that's day 3. Like, I'm already just fully think there's another person there. And, you know, I already got a coconut carved out to look like, you know, just one girl I had a crush with in high school. You know, if you are still attracted to someone that you haven't seen since high school, since they were under 18, and like you still get like attracted, you know, but you're like, the face you're seeing is the face of like a 16-year-old. So does that kind of make you a pedophile? Like by, you know, see, I was about to try to use like by but no, just roundabout way. Like, does that kind of make you a pedophile? Because, like, the image you are attracted to in your head, if that was the last thing you see, was a 16-year-old. Ooh, or let's just say you've been dating this girl since high school and you married her and you still had, like, an old picture like she's gone or out of town, you still have like maybe she sent you a nude in high school. If you're still like, if you like whip that out and you know, did the dirty, like looking at that picture, you like, you know that woman, you know her as an adult and like you're married to her, but like you're still kind of, you know, it's a 16-year-old on, you know, picture. It's like, you know, is that illegal? Is that child pornography on your phone? Like if you're married to her, would you get in trouble for that? Why is my voice doing this? I don't know. Why is my voice doing this? Yeah, I don't know about that one. Like, if the cops got a hold of your phone, they'd be like, he had child pornography. He's like, it was my wife. My wife? Why are we talking about this? I don't know. These are scenarios that are fake and forever going on in my brain. That, you know, could that be a bit? You know, the 16-year-old? Like and subscribe if you think that should be a bit. Woo! But, you know, what do you think, Mr. Wolf? Huh? He said, the neon spiders trickle slowly across my vision and encompass all that lies before me, creating electric webs of light that wash over you and take you to the place you belong. That's what he said. That's truly what he said to me. This wolf banner behind me. If you're just bap listening. I feel like I should name this wolf. I've had this wolf for a while. And, you know, I don't name him, but I just feel like he's a free spirit, you know? I just feel like he can't be locked down by a name. He's just, you know, the wolf thing. I used to work facing the banner right here. So it's like, you know, I just look up and he'd be there and I'd be like, he's pissing me off, dog. And he'd be like, nah, bro, don't tell your boss off, because I work from home. Don't tell him off. And I'd be like, oh, thanks, Mr. Wolf. He's a really calming presence. He's got an intense stare, but it's intense, like, you know what the right thing to do is here. You know, it's comforting. I just made all that up. I truly don't have this relationship with this banner, but I feel like I kind of did subconsciously. And I feel like, you know, what are memories? I can adjust my memories over time. I can convince myself I was doing that this whole time. If I really try, truly, my brain is so... I was going to say fickle. Is that even... See, that's again, like fickle. Is fickle smart? Fickle's not even a smart word. I'm overthinking it again. Wow. Woo. Wine. Bing bong. But yeah, I think I could convince myself. I feel like there's a ton of memories. I don't feel like any memory I have is real. I feel like all of them are just like, you know, that one flash you hold on to, and it's just like, it's just nowhere near close to what was like actually in front of your face at the time. It's just this kind of fake kind of thing. Oh, talk about like you know, a wolf among sheep. That's what made me think of this. I had a great... Am I going to do an hour? I have 20 minutes left if I want to do an hour of this. There's no way anyone's... Like truly right now, text me or message me. I think that would be the greatest thing. If you have actually made it this far, let me know. I have to know. Because, like, what... There's no way anybody did. This has been so stupid. And I can't believe I still have stuff to talk about. Like, I truly thought I'd just be here, like, banging my hands on the table, like, anyways, yeah. But, like, I am truly just going this whole... I truly had no... Like, you know, like, I'm not saying I'm good at this. But, like, if you're just saying, like, a solo podcast is just a continuous stream of, you know, consciousness and thought, I am way better. I thought I would be so bad at... Like, I tell you, like, when the camera wasn't recording... I was just trying to do it. Like, I legit, like, couldn't say words. Like, this is, like, man. Wow. Am I... Like, maybe it'll get worse. Maybe just because it's, like, it's fresh. Maybe, like... But I feel like... It's not like I'm using up ideas. Or nothing. I don't know, man. It's kind of cool, you know? Kind of tugging myself off there. Woo! Gee, buddy. And now, of course, after just saying all that, now I'm sitting here like, yeah, I just interrupted everything. And now I'm taking a breath and just, truly. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I legitimately just ran out of stuff to talk about. Just because I was busy analyzing myself and then my brain cut off. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, wolf among sheep and stuff like that. So I had this memory the other day where I was in this school play at my school where we were doing some kind of thing like, I don't know, it was a Christian play. I can't remember what was the subject, but at one point you were supposed to be, in the temple in Jerusalem. There were prophets doing a sacrifice to God. And my job, we had a live lamb, and I had to wear a little priest outfit, an ancient like Jewish priest or something. And I had to walk it up to the stage to the altar. and so it's like, I'd hand it to one of the older kids in the play, and he'd like put the lamb behind this thing, and like a sound would go off on the stereo, and smoke would shoot up from like this little wooden altar. He'd put the lamb and hide it, and it just looked like they incinerated the lamb in fire. But obviously the lamb's fine. But as I was like in the back, because you had to walk down the aisle between everybody sitting up to the stage, like everybody's looking at you. I purposely, when I was in the back, there's no way I'm any older than fourth grade. I'm probably in third grade. I am quietly looking down at this lamb because I was like, meh, meh, like making, ooh, wow, that's pretty good. Making these noises because I wanted the lamb, because like in my head, I was like, it'll be better if the lamb's making noises because everyone will feel bad. And I can't remember, I was so young. So like, and I got the lamb, I like was doing that. And then while I was walking, the lamb was like, meh, meh, like as I'm taking it to this fake murder. And I was like, was that sick? Was I sick for doing that? Like, I want everybody to see this lamb. Like, I want them to think this lamb's like in distress. Cause the lamb wasn't bothered. It's not like the lamb was. He's just like, if you made a noise, it made a noise back. But I was like, I want everybody to be like, oh wow, he's going to his death, and like crying out. And then like right when they're doing the smoke, he's like still like me. Like right when I got him, I was like, was I a sick child? Was I true? Like, was that? Honestly, maybe that was just the first signs of like my need for showmanship. I was really trying to get the full effect. That's like special effects. Like, special effect is the effect of making a lamb bay. What making a lamb a noise? When a sheep noises, that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, man. I thought that was so, because I hadn't thought about that in so long. I had that thought like a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh wow, I might have been sick. I might have just been born for the show, for the stage, as it were, the theater. Yes, quite, Nigel. This young Bronson, because this is what would happen if there was an effeminate British man there scouting third grade. He's like, there's this child, Robert Hill Bronson. He's quite the talent. He's like, oh, Reginald, what do you mean? His work carrying the young lamb to slaughter, it was moving. It got me shaking in my knickers. Knickers, wow. Those are pants. I'm not even going to go there. Wine. It had me shaking in my knickers. He's like, oh, quite. Did he stir something in your trousers? Oh, Reginald, we don't talk about such things. He's like, yes, quite. This is a public, unsecured line. Wow, yeah. So, British pedophile, talent scouts. That's what that bit was. Don't know why I went there. But I did. And, not really regret, but I'm also just, maybe that wasn't the best. A little antsy about that one, but we'll see how that one pans out. we'll see how that one turns out. But, I haven't looked at this camera. Hopefully, I don't know how much the battery was. I don't know how much it can record. Hopefully, it's been recording this whole time. And if not, that would be a tragedy. But, just based off that, 45 minutes, Chris, 45 minutes. I think that's solid. But, yeah, I'm definitely gonna put this out on YouTube. I don't even know what my YouTube is. Hold on. I'm sure I'll post this on this Instagram I have. It's just Robert Hill Bronson, I guess, Robert Hill Bronson. It's just the YouTube. So, yeah, I have 0 subscribers. Nice. I just don't think I've uploaded videos. So I'm going to start uploading videos there. I have that fake Instagram. I think it's Bronson and Bums. I'll put it on there. Probably say something about it if you want to listen. But, I don't really care. I still don't think I'm going to check the numbers. I think that's just for like my saying, like, you know, if like actual like 20 people at least are watching, I feel like I would boost my ego a little bit. So I think it's just better that I don't know. But if you did make it to this point, kind of, yeah, definitely let me know. Like that'd be cool. Just because I have no, you know, but maybe that's the whole point. Maybe don't let me know, or let me know, or don't. You know what? You decide. You feel what you feel like. Maybe you want to destroy my life, and so then text me, or you think it'd be nice and you think I'd really appreciate it because I would, then text me, or don't text me because you don't want me to feel good, or don't text me because you're actually looking out for me. Whether you care or you don't care about my well-being, either way, you know, I can convince myself either way it was a nice gesture. But yeah, YouTube, that Bronson and Bums is Instagram, and yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Closing statements. I'm gonna drink more wine. Goodbye.